There we go.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Kimmy Kim, and I'm sitting here. We're doing our own production team, but we live here at the Mitchell&Mitchell Sip and Spill. It is beautiful outside. I hope everybody's been able to get outside and enjoy themselves and get some of this good weather. You know what I'm saying? But of course, your girl is going to be here. Ed and I, my partner is, doing what we do. We are the production team. So he's doing what he do and making sure that y'all get the absolute great view and stuff.
Right. The best you can get.
You know what I'm saying? So we can make sure we're not looking on here crazy. I see all the notifications popping up, coming on saying live tonight, Sip and Spill. So we in the building, we're here for it. So I'm gonna be talking about tonight. We've been hit up to talk about dating apps and all that comes with that, and what you think the relationship should be, and how, when you're dating somebody on a dating app, what's the trigger point? When should I give them my phone number? Hell, when should I even meet them? I think it's an individual base by base. I really do. I think, but if a person is camera shy and you haven't seen their bodies or their face and you just saw a picture, you might want to check into that. Or even if you ain't had a voice, you might want to check into that as well. I would say you might want to make it your business to, you might want to make it your business to literally make them come on out and show you who they are, because that's the subject we're talking about, catfished. So we are on our platforms tonight, so I'm gonna address all of them once again. Sip and Spill. I'm Kimmy Kim with Sip and Spill, and of course that's the boy Ed.
What's up? We'll move the camera a little bit more.
And so we on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. Please subscribe, like, and share. And we still haven't been able to truly do our giveaway yet. We haven't been able to do our giveaway, but we're looking to do a giveaway for everyone that is going to be sharing, as well as having their people that they shared actually subscribe to our show. And that has to be 20 people and more. So once that can be proven to me, then yes, I will be giving away an ultimate giveaway of a one night out with you and your boo or you and your girlfriends, with the rooftop access, to be able to chill at night and have your night doing you. So getting back to our subject, Ed, I'm already out here telling everybody about what we're going to be talking.
Yeah, tonight's gonna be pretty dope. We're going to be talking about the dating app. So we've had a bunch of stories. There was going to be some people coming on tonight.
Mm-hmm.
They might still jump on.
Yeah.
They really give us their stories, and I'm sure all of you guys got stories about the different. I don't want to call them horror stories, but these weird little, I guess exchanges or weird little encounters where people are really not really saying. That thing kind of blows me. We were talking about that earlier about people, with the catfishing thing, and to me, it's not so much the extreme version of somebody like not being who they are altogether. Right. It's just them doing the little angles, the weird angles.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Mm-hmm. If you are heavy or thin or whatever, or you have some sort of abnormalities, there are people who celebrate you. And when you want to be with somebody who knows what they're dealing with when they see you, I'm not talking about hair and makeup and stuff like that. I'm talking about like if you're overweight or if you have something going on, if you have a mark, like some people have birthmarks on their arms or on the side of their, or burn mark or anything that might be a little different. Some people like what they like and they respect you and they rock with you regardless. And so I think that it's imperative that you just, you show it to them. What's up, Instagram? I don't know if y'all can see us up there. Okay, we're doing really good on Instagram. How you guys doing Instagram? So yeah, I think that's important. I think I need to move that camera. You guys got to move one more again. I'm sorry, I got to get the angle right. I don't know if I think we got, is that the wine over there? Yes. See the wine bottle?
Okay.
I'm just trying to.
This is how it be when we first come on. There you go.
Okay, you like that one?
You want to move that down, or is that me?
No,
that's me. Okay.
There we go. So anyway, so tonight's gonna be pretty dope. We're gonna have fun. We got guests in town, my brothers in town. Maybe he'll rock in with us and say hello. Him and his wife. They're from out of Dallas. You feel me? And we just still getting our stuff together, as you can see right here. Okay.
So I want to go back to what you said. You was like, if people have abnormalities,
but they have some sort of whatever your thing is that you might be insecure about. It's like those things when you're doing these, you don't get a chance to meet this person in person. You're not at the grocery store, you're not at the show, you're not at church, so you don't get a chance to interact and get a person that's going to get a feel of your spirit or feel of your personality. So you don't get a chance to really know who you are. So all they get to do is see physical, and everybody kind of go with physical, male and female, it doesn't matter. And so if you're not letting them see what's going on with you, whether you're heavier or you're thinner or you have some whatever. When I say abnormality is anything that might be like if you have a limp or if you're have something going on with you. Anything. I mean, I don't know. I can't really anything. Just
I don't want nobody to be, saying when we say abnormality. It's just basically saying, like you said, things that you're insecure about.
Right.
Things that you just don't want to show. Some people do take those pictures from here on up. Okay. Some people take them side pictures. You know what I'm saying? This is a good side,
These angles like this.
The angles up, down, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we talking on all sites. You kind of do put your best foot forward out what you feel you look like, what you feel. I mean, you do. That's how you dress. That's how you that's what you do.
You can put out your waxer. I get that. You're gonna put out your Sunday best. But what we doing?
Yeah, so we sipping and spilling. As always. That's the sip and I'm the spill. We on the wrong sides, but this is what we do.
A lot of times she it's so funny when she says sip, it sounds like she's saying simp, and I have to watch on that. Like she got to take it easy on that. Let's see if you guys can hear us. If our microphone's okay. I'm going to the comments. If anybody's saying hello.
So it's one of those things where I feel like that people on the internet, which is a big thing, on all these different dating sites, you're meeting their replica or you're meeting the people that they want to be.
Right.
You're not really meeting them. And that's why I think it's crucial to spend all that time, your quality time, the texting back and forth. I mean, it's cute, to me, it's no different than a good morning, beautiful, good night, handsome, or you welcome, handsome to the group and all that. But at the end of the day, you really got to get to know the person and really know if they legit or not. I mean, that's in life. You do that. It's no different if you on a dating site. It's just like, well, how many people like, how many likes you can get. So of course you're gonna only dress yourself the way you look.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're only gonna put your best foot forward.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna put up no shiesty picture, with the bonnet on.
Right.
Like I don't want to be that person.
Press the eye right out the bed type of thing,
Right, so everybody get their, they get their little dapper thing going on. That's how they come out. That's what they do. What they do.
Right.
But I think at the same time, I think nobody's not going to really get to know you then.
Yeah. But so here's the thing with that. So I look, it's a few different variables with that. When you get to, it's cool to get to know somebody because like you said, you talk, you get a chance to really get the inside of how they think, how they feel, how they navigate this world, what their general, I guess, beliefs are.
Yeah.
And so, but the first thing, like, again, you want to kind of get an idea of how, what is going on with them, because those things have, they're layered. Like some people have medical issues,
Right.
I may have to take a pill or two for certain health conditions or whatever, or whatever, or somebody may need to have a certain therapy on a regular basis, mental and physical and stuff like that. Those things are kind of part of, people want to know that. There are some people, what's the funniest thing about it? I remember when I first, years ago, and I was like 20 years old. I think I first got married and all that. And I was telling the wife, I said, I really don't want a sickly woman.
Wow.
That was saying it was really shy. And this is one guy I work with something like, yo, what kind of bullshit is that to tell somebody you don't want nobody? How can they project themselves to be sick? That, and then how can somebody project they're going to get sick? But what does that mean?
You have no way of knowing.
You don't know what, and that was something I was saying.
Right.
People don't want nobody. But it'd be so funny because some people just, they get, when things like that happen, like somebody lose something in an accident or something like that, people get ghosts. They don't want to be bothered with nobody.
They find a way to wiggle their way on out of there.
They feel like I can't deal with no damn.
It was just stuff about him anyway. Right. He just started coming up with stuff.
Shit, all type of reasons.
But on the dating apps, from what we're hearing and what's being brought is to discuss is being catfish is one of them. Meaning that a person pictures and what you've seen, it's not them. You meet them in person and they don't look nothing like that. I feel like that's degrading. And I feel like to the other person, I feel like you wasted their time because it shouldn't be like that. I think that's terrible. You should definitely want the person to be able to see the real you. You shouldn't be dressing up like that. And then you come meet somebody. So I'm gonna tell y'all a story about a guy that told me that he talked to this girl about 6 weeks. He said he was so excited.
He talked about 6 weeks.
He talked to her about 6 weeks, but they had never met. They just talked. He said every time he asked her like to even do duo, in the Android world, like me, not the FaceTime, but he in Android world like me. So duo is huge, right? He said he tried to get her to do that. She kept saying no. So it's like, from my understanding, it's like she wanted to keep talking to him to where she can kind of sort of solidify, like, even when he said he was gonna be like, but I still like you though.
Right.
So you try to do, but that's something you made up in your damn head. The person think they talking to this one person.
Right.
So after 6 weeks, he said he was feeling a big time. So that's why he had invited her out to the nice restaurant. He had a big old bouquet of flowers. He was just so excited. He said because every picture that she sent him, it was on point. He said, but he couldn't get it. And I was like, so did you ever think that there was some kind of red flags though? That she would never? And he said when she walked in the restaurant, he said he damn near left.
Damn.
He said, but she knew his face because all his pictures was absolutely real and current. Right. So basically it was her, but she sent him pictures of how she looked like 10 years ago.
Yes. Yes.
And he was like, you don't look nothing like that. And he said, I'm thinking I'm getting that girl. And then you come walking up. So, and he said he was so infuriated. He said he did not want to be disrespectful. He said, but he wanted her to know, like, you shouldn't fool men like that. He said, because you don't look nothing like that. And basically she was still the person, but she
personality wise and everything.
Yeah, but a 10-year picture was a 10-year difference.
And listen,
it was different.
Look, because on some real shit, like I do. If I send you if I show you a 10-year picture of me, I'll just real quick show a picture of me when I was a little chubbier. So look at him. This him right here. So that's a big difference. Now, if I was thinner, then that's the thing too. Like I don't even want to do that. Like I was thinner years ago, and I was muscular, or I was whatever it was. I don't want to give you that. I'm gonna tell you that later. I want to send you the worst of me getting up, looking crazy. That's what I'm gonna send you. See if fools with it. And if you get fools with it, then I go. But let me tell you what I was. Now let me tell you what you're dealing with. But I don't want to send nobody else. I think that's a bunch of malarkey. I think it's racist. You gotta let us know what you guys are thinking about that and what your experiences are. People that are online.
Being catfished, not looking like.
Well,
so we talked on Instagram as well. Not people are showing up to dates or meeting people finally, and they're not looking the way
they're not looking like the way the pictures they put out there, videos, whatever they putting out there.
Right, they're attracting it. You know what I'm saying? But when they go and actually meet the person,
but to me, that's like you don't really want.
Misleading.
You don't. Well, that's misleading. But to me, it's like you telling me you don't really want it. You're not really out there to date because you bullshit.
Right.
Because you know it's gonna be a send out. I don't want to be going to someplace like I want to laugh at you about something you did at your job.
Okay.
She did something crazy at a job.
So listen, I had a coworker. I'm just gonna say that. And you know how we was in mass, y'all. You didn't ever see the person's face. But when I tell you that when that mask, ordinance was lifted, and we was like, I didn't know nobody no more than just from here. That's all I could see. So when she took off her mask, I jumped back so fast, like thought I was gonna fall. I told my partner, like, I can't believe
she don't have a poker face at all.
That's how you look, and I don't. Like it's gonna come out. I'm so sorry. So I just couldn't believe that that's what I was looking at. It was
like, this is who I've been looking at. That's what you've been hiding. It was a guy like that at work that was like that, man. He had his mouth was kind of hair, but he looked crazy as hell. This dude at work took his mask off. Shit. And I think that's what people be seeing, on a certain thing.
Right. And then so it's this one, but it's the same scenario. When you meet someone and you meet them in person, you basically is unmasking. So that's why what's wrong with simply keeping it 100 right out the gate. Right. I think you should just keep it 100 right out the gate.
Just be a buck. Be a buck. Say what it is, say what it is what it be, all that shit. And then just and then let people go from there, because let people that really will rock with you. If you like I said, if you undecided, there's some people who like that. But here's the thing that's funny.
Right? Yeah, you do. But
here's the thing that's funny. There's one thing I learned years ago. and it was I forgot what program this was, and it was like when you're going to I don't know if it's a series or documentary. They said when you're going to go onto this venture of dating
Hmm.
or whatever you're doing, they say you need to look and focus on people who would normally look and focus on you.
Okay.
And so I think what happens is people have an idea. Everybody wants that dime piece nigga, that dime piece woman.
Yeah, that's
Everybody
right.
want Beyonce.
Everybody want
They want that. And you know that person wants this type of person. So you emulate this. Because you don't never know them niggas ain't never in your inbox. These chicks ain't never in your inbox. The ones you want for. So we want this quintessential Halle Berry, Idris Elba person,
it. Hmm.
and we don't ever attract that. We get these other people, and so the thing was, be real,
Hmm.
know who usually celebrates you, and then let that be your target audience. And you can kind of expand from that. But if you're trying to appease them based off what you want, you shooting for the sun
Yeah.
or shooting for the stars and land on the moon type of shit. So that's kind of like, and I don't want to get into. We're gonna talk about that later about the Mr. Samuels, the debate. We're gonna talk about that later.
Yeah,
I think that goes into that. We'll talk about that later.
but I want to say, well, what you said is just basically when, I don't know. I think most people kind of have these expectations of people that they don't even know that you expect them to have. They're not even looking at that. So I figure when you're talking about not just being catfished, though, but say you meet the person and they actually is the person that you actually saw, they look just like that person, but you
Right.
still had a presumption of what you thought they were going to be like.
Right.
And I feel like you should dismantle those. Don't have no presumptions. You literally should be like, after I meet you, then I know which way I want to go.
Right.
I need to meet you first.
Right.
I need to see if the chemistry is live. I need to see simply how we vibe and how we are energized with one another.
Right.
And I think we forget about that. And then stop bringing your past up that you met with somebody else or experienced with someone else into your present, because it has absolutely nothing. It's literally just completely unfair. It's like the brand new person that you're meeting don't have a chance at all.
Right.
Not a chance in hell, because
Hell no.
you too busy thinking about what the other person did. Listen, that was an experience that happened to you. For you to learn the lesson from that experience have nothing to do with the new experience that you're going to have. You can't move forward if you're consistently and constantly looking backwards. And then you got to open up room. You got to open up room so you'll be able to meet the new person that you imagine the person to be. Because as he said, there is someone out there for everyone.
There is.
But you will never be able to do that if you're still holding on. Sometimes people say, and I say this a lot, hold on to people that's past expiration dates. Time seasons are up. And it's just sometimes you just need to stand where you at and be like, let me just embrace this here, because I don't know what this really is. And this could truly be a blessing, but I'm too busy going, nah, I'm going to hold on to that. So people say they get on dating apps, and why are you on a dating app? Ask yourself, and then you meet a guy, meet a great person, great woman, great guy, and absolutely don't know what the hell to do with them.
Damn.
So you don't even know what you want. Why the hell are you on there?
Damn.
That's what I say. I don't understand. Like, I've been saying this whole weekend. Like, all week this has been my number one advice. I've been saying, like, have you really sat down and thought about what you want? I mean, you can say I want a physical man to look like this and look like that, but okay. But that's trivial. What about what you want him to have on the inside? You know what I'm saying? How you want to be treated? Like, okay, for example, and I'm just, I'm going to walk it through because, sometimes people just need that type of shit. So with that said, simply, I like to laugh. I need a guy with a sense of humor. I'm goofy. I like to laugh and silly. I have my impromptus. That's what I want. So that should be somewhere in the profile or in the conversation or the text that you have with this person. However you do in communication, I need to laugh. I don't take life too serious. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Then it's a lot of things you can say, but it's really about what you do. It's going to be the last long impression.
Right.
And that do take time.
It does.
So just like we maneuver in our life about careers, we maneuver like having children and all that, you still got to also maneuver in your life when it comes to your dating life. You got to make that be a priority, and what you're going to stand for, what you're not going to stand for. But more importantly, stop saying all the things you ain't going to stand for and figure out what the hell do you stand for. What the hell do you stand for? You're just on the site.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? What do you stand for? See, it's what you want, right? It's more than just outside physical side. I get all these DMs telling me, Kimmy, Kimmy, I mean, I can't find nobody like this. Kimmy, I can't find nobody. I mean, I feel like I got this. But the question when I ask, do you know what you want though? Do you have an idea or what you want in that woman besides, a nice size round butt or, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Okay.
about, you're right.
Because listen.
There's more to it than that.
I'm gonna tell you what my grandmother told me a long time ago, and I usually don't like to say this word simply because I just don't like to give him any power. But the devil can come wrapped up in a beautiful package. Do you understand me? Real beautiful. And with that said, with all that, they can be all that, top to head. Then women, I've heard women say this. They simply say, well, how can he go be with a woman that look like that?
What does that mean?
Man, I mean, I'm bad. I got this, and then he gonna be with her. She all, and it's for whatever they feel that person is big, whatever. Right. At the end of the day, it's not about the way she looked. You know what it's simply about? It's about that woman met him where he at with the need that he needed, where he was. It's the same with a woman. I was asked a question. I'm gonna say it personally about myself. I said, so why did you entertain that person? Like, why did you even, why did he ever? And simply my answer was, at the time where I was at in my life. See, that's what I mean when I say live in the moment. Because a lot of times you cannot look past, nor can you plan past your present. Especially if you don't even know what's going on in where you at.
Right.
You might not know where you came from, but most people be acting as if shit is happening now, then not what it already happened. Things already happened. It's not happening. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't grow from where you was, then your ass is stuck. It's nobody listening to you. Get your ass out the stick shift. Apparently you don't know how to drive.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I'm not, your girl Kimmy ain't gonna sit here and tell you nothing wrong. I'm gonna tell you what I learned from experience, and I'm gonna tell you what I know for sure. At the end of the day, we really get stuck on what we have experienced. And that's why new experience can never get in. You still learning, matter of fact, you ain't even learning, you just still stuck in that lesson. You just stuck to be like, sitting up here, how you doing? I'm blessed. Really? Are you really blessed? Because if you still talking about some shit that happened, who knows how long ago, your ass ain't blessed.
No, right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't, listen, there might be some blessings for you because I truly believe that is for everybody. But you can't unless you can't get it, receive it, know it, understand it, feel it, grow from it until you learn the lesson.
Right.
So when you get on these dating apps, my number one thing is be you. Everything about you, be you. Show up the way you need to show up for you. At the end of the day, it's about you anyway. And it's okay. Everybody got all these little particulars and stuff like that. But stop getting stuck in just what they look like visually. I understand men are visual creatures, so are women. We want the man to look like this. We want the woman to look like that. That's fine. But at the end of the day, you might want to dig deeper and see how that person really is and how they can really rock with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yes, it's okay to ask questions, give scenarios, and talk about stuff because that's the only way you really gonna know. But it do take time. So you know how we do. We talked about this on another show, 2 text, 1 call rule. But that's what I feel about dating. It should be the same thing. You on Hinge, Black people meet, Tinder. You know what I'm saying? It's all these different sites. We ain't trying to get them no love. Because I don't know if you've been blessed and found somebody from it, more power to you.
Right.
But I would say this. You might just want to take your time and simply say, this is where I'm at. And this is where I want to go. Where you at? Where you at? And see if they're aligned.
I gotta do a quick little adjustment, guys, on our production.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming through a little choppy. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna try to see, maybe it's our reception. Don't go anywhere. I hope we won't lose you guys.
So our voice is coming off choppy?
No, look at that video.
Oh, that's okay.
I don't know what internet you're on.
It's perfect over here. I see it turns when I turn it, just go slow, but that's okay.
It's just choppy video. So
but that's okay. I mean, it can chop, but y'all still hear what we're saying. Listen, we told y'all more than one time. I'm going to say it again for my partner. We want to make sure I want to keep his, being the production manager and the CEO. It's hard sometimes, but, we no longer, we in the garage.
Yeah, it's still kind of, I got to do something about that. I don't know why it's so.
I don't know if it's going to be slow or whatever, but, yeah. But when we watch it, we don't see it.
That's what I'm getting that live from people that's watching it.
Oh.
She's telling us that.
That it's choppy?
Yeah, and it's because this was, what's funny is I noticed this, guys, and this is just us being real. We Mitchell&Mitchell.
Hey,
I noticed.
Tracy.
Hey, Tracy, how are you? what we notice is that on here, what we see is not necessarily we got to know
What
what's
y'all
on here.
get, what they get.
Well, right there is not necessarily what they get because it might be choppy there, but this is what everybody's seeing.
Oh,
This is the result of what everybody's seeing. So yeah, so we're trying. Okay, give us a break. How you guys on
Instagram?
And Instagram, and we out here sipping and spilling, talking about day naps and all type of little.
That's
whatever.
what we do. I'm gonna wait till that's the sip hitting the spill.
Yeah, there we go.
As Tracy, you just joined, we talking about day naps, being catfished, and being ready. If you ready, do you know what you're on the day nap for? What you really truly looking for besides, the big D and the and all the different things, physical, because that's not gonna keep you.
Right, obviously, right.
And if you really look like, some people say, okay, so when should I give my phone number out? They want to know that. When should I give my phone number out? Okay. And from messaging to messenger, it's so many different ways to communicate. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like people say that some people be giving their Google numbers. I mean, at the end of the day, you give out whatever number you want to get out. Right. I think you just need to be sure about who you're talking to.
We're gonna make a quick adjustment, guys. So I make some
pause.
Well, no, we're gonna pause. We're gonna make a quick adjustment. We're gonna talk from a different angle and show how that goes.
She's saying it's good. It's just slow viewing. Mm-hmm, okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So we're finna do something else.
Right here. Gonna talk right here.
Okay. We're gonna talk right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and adjust that over there and make sure we're good.
Okay. All right. Okay, the protection team has moved the camera, guys.
Yes, so we're here right now.
We're here.
Booyah. So we do what we want to do. You see, it's magic, baby.
Yeah,
you better ask somebody, goddamn. We do what the fuck we want to do. I can do this shit, but we just doing some little camera inventions and stuff like that. And
but Instagram they can still see us, so we good on that. She said it's much better.
Right. We call it Instagram. So
look, don't talk about the way I talk.
She don't say Instagram no more. I'm lying.
I be saying my own words, but we talking to somebody that's extremely particular about
right.
Verbiage, punctuation.
Call me
extremely particular.
Call me a word Nazi. Whatever.
He's serious about.
I'll be a whole mess.
He's serious about
I know a whole mess.
It's all good though. It's all
What's that? You don't sign next topic. I know we had a few. I want to really go over this.
Well, we were talking all the different topics that we're talking about. Is the day nap, guys, as well as being catfish, and we was talking about just showing up and how you are on date sites. It's kind of crazy because sometimes people, it's hard to be able to subject to that. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to be able to subject and know what you want. But I say know what you want before you just be out there. That way, so you can attract what you want and then believe that you deserve it. Because a lot of times we settle. You don't need to be settling for nothing. Don't settle for nothing. Not like that type of attitude where I ain't gonna settle for nothing, but you do need to make sure that you're worthy yourself. I mean, damn, would you date you? You know what I'm saying? You might want to ask yourself that question.
Right. We're gonna try to change. We're gonna make a new change. See how this works, guys. Okay, give us a second.
Yeah. So he just, we just.
It still looks a little choppy. I don't know what the deal is.
Is it still choppy?
Look, that's us right here. Okay. Hopefully it's still a little choppy here, but we're trying. I don't know what's going on today, what happened. Instagram or YouTube and Facebook. We're trying to make it the best of a bad situation. That's old school. There was a guy on the bus.
Sometimes we have that. She said the best thing that been invented was video chat. I met my husband online at OkCupid.
Oh.
So that's a good thing. We just had a follower said that she met her husband on
OkCupid.
And it's a lot of different sites that people have met. That is good. I think that's a good story. She met her husband on that. That's awesome.
That's real dope.
Yeah. So they met. I'm quite sure you guys met each other for who you really was, and then that was great. But the people that are on here now that are not experiencing it and haven't been going through their stories, going through those different types of stories, we're just trying to solidify tools of, when you do get on those sites that you're more than likely, you're going to run into some frogs.
Yeah.
You're going to run into some things like that.
Yeah, I just want people to keep it a buck, be 100, say what say what they mean what they feel, put out who they look like, what they look like, and then don't necessarily put out their representatives. People that represents them. Or somebody
Right,
that kind of just speaks on their behalf, the figurehead, but not really the real them.
right.
So that's pretty thing. You can go ahead right
But then
there.
they want to know the other questions regarding the dating apps is how you meet a person. Like when you meet a person, like how soon? What our advice? What would you say, Ed? How soon should you meet? I guess if
Yeah,
you,
I'm
you
gonna say.
start chatting on a Monday, you know.
Okay, so there's two different variables. There's two different. Well, there's a couple different things going on there.
What
Number
do you
one
say?
is for women's safety. That's the thing. So women have to feel comfortable. But just because you talk to a guy for 2 months or whatever before you meet him, don't necessarily mean he's going to be any safer later.
Show lane.
That don't mean that because I know people that's been very abusive and the whole nine, and they've been knowing them for years, and people don't show that card until a long
Right.
time later. I would say to me to keep your attention.
Hmm.
If you have good intentions, I think you want to kind of get a vibe from people, but which to me is important to even talk to people. Like you could do the
Okay.
messaging through things, or how you text people. You can text people, but then sometimes it's important, I think, to actually
Mhm.
uh, just verbally talk to them because you can kind of hear. Because some people don't, that my writing style
You
is a
tell
lot
me
of writing style.
they don't just do back and forth texting. You think you should have a phone conversation
Yeah,
first?
phone
Okay.
conversation.
Okay.
Well, I was going to the levels of when you go to meet them. So once you get a phone conversation from them,
Okay.
you kind of get a
Feel for what they. Okay.
yeah, you kind of feel them because they'll say certain things. There's certain things that you could talk and they can say you be like, okay, I identify with that, or we used to go to the same church, or our parents did these certain things. You can kind of hear it in their voices, how they sound. And you're like, okay, cool. This person they vibe with me. Because I'll
Okay.
say a joke to somebody and it may not come across on the damn
Right.
text message,
Hmm.
and it sounds like I'm an asshole or sound like I'm insensitive.
Okay.
And then if they hear me say, they can hear me saying, but if I did this and that, or they can hear me say, and they're like, okay, this person's cool.
Right.
You get a vibe from them, then I would meet. But I wouldn't take a long time for a meet and greet. And now here's the thing that I don't like, and I was hearing people telling me about this. Like people will have these big, just like men, we won't have these expectations after dates. Women be
Mhm.
having certain women have said they want their first encounter to be something somewhat grandiose.
Mm.
Like we got to go to some steak lobster
Okay,
lobster
so
restaurant,
you saying a
which I
woman
think
have
is
an expectation that the man that has been engaging her time with, and she feel like both of them when they get ready to meet,
there have been instances where
she suggests, this expensive restaurant.
she'll suggest like I need to be taken on a date. I want to go out on a
Okay,
date and I need to do this
okay,
and the
so
other.
can I interject right then and there? First of all, gentlemen, if you're talking to a woman and you want to go on a date, and she say, first of all, I need right then and there, I'm gonna need you to go heal, sis, and then holler back at me.
Mm,
Because you still holding on to something. I ain't got shit to do with that. I mean, that's
right.
facts. It's no different than a woman, meet a guy and he's like, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Because I need my woman to be, or I need my ish to be like this. Hold up, bro. I ain't her. I ain't gonna even go there with you. I'm not gonna waste my time. I feel
Right.
like we need
Calm your
to
monkey
cut
ass
stuff
down.
down right out the gate because the text is different than talk.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And then even a meet and greet is different than a video chat. I mean, I'm just saying. It's either we gonna elevate or we gonna fall back.
Damn.
More like it for me, I'm walking away and I'm ending that shit because time is too precious. And I ain't got the time to be trying to, dissect and go through all the stuff that happened to you. Hell, that shit happened to me.
So
We all have our own experiences.
I think so. The answer to the question was when you said about when should a person meet. I don't want to say immediately, but kind of close to.
Yeah, I say instant. I say we talking on Monday. I'm just saying I'm giving an example. And you kind of did to what text and you kind of see the consistency because we look for consistency.
Right.
But I'm saying within a week or so, I think, if you can make that happen, some people talk long distance, I'm not sure. But if you can, you're pretty much in the same state. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I don't want to waste time. You do seem like a type of person that I want to get to know. So let me go ahead and make this happen.
Damn.
So I don't want to waste too much time because what if you're not? And then I done spent all this time. And then that's when we do that dumb shit, like try to make it work. We gotta stop doing that. We try to make it work because I didn't spend, this kind of time talking to him. He always said good morning. We normalize crazy ass behavior. Don't
toxic
do that.
behavior.
Yeah, and not even all of it don't even gotta be toxic. Sometimes you just who you are. We gotta stop doing that. Like that shit ain't cool either.
Somebody was saying that I saw a comedian say that about how they they didn't want to date it. They was in a relationship and they wanted to make sure that they didn't want to break up because they didn't want to have to start over with somebody else.
Right. You know,
And they want them to give them. They said they want them to give them that back time back. Like, nigga, I need a refund on that shit so I can put this. Because now I got to give that same energy to you that I did to the other person. Yeah. I wish I could just take you to that so you can see I'm dope as fuck already. And we can go from there, that type of thing. Which is
that's not gonna
really
happen.
ridiculous.
You can't undo nothing. You just can't do that. I'm so sorry. That's just not gonna happen. Right. It do not work like that whatsoever. Hey guys,
we just having family coming in right now saying hello. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Pops. I'm going to. No, yeah, it's okay. Come on. My dad, come on over here, Pops. I'm gonna let my dad come on in. Come on over here. Yes, that is Bishop Peter. Come on in, Pops. You're gonna be on camera. Come on, Dad. He don't want to go on camera. Come on, the camera's right here. It's okay. You're just gonna come and give me a hug and say hello. You can see. They come right through here. So this is where I get the Bishop Peter character, because he's actual
which is my mama's favorite character.
Right. Hey, man. What's up, man? How you feeling, baby? Good. Thank you, man. See, this is Miss Kimmy Mitchell. Kimmy Mitchell, this is my dad.
So nice to meet you. I'm good. Good. You have a wonderful son.
Yeah, and that's Miss Mary Mitchell.
How you doing, beautiful?
Her mother-in-law, your mother-in-law named Mary
Yes,
Mitchell.
Yes. So we just all Mitchell across the board. We got the same son, Dylan. My son named Dylan. Yes, so yes, we got.
I'm sorry, baby. How you doing?
It's the same.
Good to see you.
You gonna join the show? We on live now.
So y'all, we want to make sure we got. Listen, I'm sitting in between the Edward Mitchell Senior, okay, and the Junior.
Right.
Y'all pray for me.
Right.
Pray for me, because this is double trouble.
Right.
It's so wonderful to have you on the show. I've been wanting to meet you
really
forever. Yes, sir. I've seen you. I've seen different things you have talked, and I've watched you a little bit. You know, I like to do my homework about the Mitchells.
Oh, you watch me?
Yeah, I've seen you talk a little bit.
They probably got something that was made a mistake put on Facebook
sometime. I called it. I called it.
And with that, I hated somebody put it on Facebook. I said, man, don't tell me they put it on.
Yeah, but it was all right though. You see, you had good stuff, good wisdom, good stuff.
Yeah, well, you know, I have to learn as I do.
That's all right.
And learn from what I study to put it into practice.
Okay.
So we walk by faith and not by sight. So we have to practice what we preach and do what we read.
Okay.
That's right. I agree.
This is Pastor Mitchell. That's Pastor Mitchell on that. We
So listen, I gotta do this. I gotta ask you. I'm so glad you're right here. So your son has always been very, very. And a lot of people out here, all our fans know. They always say this. They tell me this all the time. He's very articulate in how he speaks. And when I asked him where he get that from, he said that you taught him how to speak. And you pretty much demanded it growing up how he speaks and how he talks.
Of course.
You did such a wonderful job. But it's also a pain sometimes for me. So I'm just saying certain things, you know, like, and he don't want to hurt my feelings, but he don't want me out here looking crazy. You know, when I'm out here talking, because he's the sip, I'm the spill. So he got to make sure my words okay. And I take it from him, you know, but I'm just saying, what, you know, where that come from for you?
Well, actually, coming up when I was in high school, I had a high school teacher, English teacher.
Okay.
Young lady by the name was Miss Edwards. She was very articulate in how she talked, and she taught me how to pronounce words and all that stuff, what not to say and all that. So it grew in me. Okay. So in fact, every job I've had, they hired me because of the way I present myself, talk, and other things I've done. And coming up in the church down south, I was able to teach the Sunday school class, become superintendent. And not only that, everybody was criticizing me because I would correct them when they pronounced a word wrong. And I was one of the top spelling bees in high school.
So if I ask you to spell a word right now, you can do it?
Hopefully.
Can you spell? Okay. Can you spell encyclopedia?
Encyclopedia.
Mm-hmm.
Encyclopedia.
Come on, give me some. Because I was the queen of spelling bee. Yeah, I love to spell when I was young, but I can't,
Go ahead. Yeah, you added some letters in there.
Yeah,
so
she did, but I had.
Yeah.
Well, but my dad, to his,
See, this what he do.
He's 80 years old. He'll be 80 years old in a couple months. So just for his give him a pass. A year or so ago, that wouldn't have been a thing. But it's my pops right here, man. And so it's funny because now, as a result from him, his speaking and my speaking, my Edwin, that you met today,
yes,
has been the speech champion in the country 3 years in a row.
That's so awesome.
Because he's a speaking that came direct from my dad to me. And, I didn't do anything with his speaking other than now I'm doing something, trying to do something now. But my son is, he does the same. But it's the same thing.
You instilled it in Edwin.
You're right. But it's the same thing where he has. I think that's what got him the job. He go in there and be like using the big words and stuff. Yeah. So I think that's kind of his thing.
See, I don't want to say that like Ed don't really use too much big words per se. It's just the way he says it. So like he will immediately make you feel like you is not saying stuff right. By the way, I've known him now. So, we done over 150 shows. Yeah. To where now I'd be like, I can feel like I ain't saying it. Even if I text, I'm like, let me erase that back. So I wanted to know where he get that from, So you were an English teacher.
No, I was influenced by an English teacher.
Miss Edwards.
Miss Edwards.
Okay. And that's where you
learned. I got it from. And so I've been using it ever since. In fact, when I joined the Air Force, coming from Louisiana, a lot of people didn't think I was from the state of Louisiana because I would speak like a Southern person would speak.
Right. You still don't.
Okay.
Just want to let you know. You still don't. Okay.
Well, I don't? Okay.
No, sir.
Are you from New York? No, I never been to New York. So that's what it comes from. And I like it because it has opened a lot of doors for me. Yeah. In fact, when I started preaching, there were certain people jealous of me because of the way I talk. Mm-hmm. You know who they were, right?
Yes, exactly. I know who they were.
Right. I gave her the story. Okay. Yeah, she knows this. She knows.
Yes, I know who they was.
Yeah.
But I think I love to hear, especially Black men speak. And I feel like that you all have a voice that is so different than anybody else. Yeah. But I got to go ahead and say it to you, Mr. Mitchell, saying that. I mean, you got a little swag, right?
You know what?
You got a little swag with your if you can speak good and stuff like that. Because, it's Edwin and him. Nice and Edwin. I'm just saying, I just got to go ahead and tell him, like, it's still a little swag.
I never knew what it was.
I mean, but so you can say something like, come in for a minute, or whatever. Come on, but when you say it, it's like, oh, okay, then I'll make sure I get on over there. I'm saying? That's the difference. That's the part where I say it's a little swag. Yeah, because when he speaks and he says, I can just throw it out. Ed is very good. He's very content. I'm very straight, go right to it and say, but he make it all contextual wise. So just give you a case in point. Me and my girlfriend was out last night, and we had the conversation she wanted to talk to me about, but she kept saying, "Where's Ed?" Because she wanted to talk to Ed. And I'm like, okay, so she said, because Kim, I know you're going to give it to me, Kim. I know. Mm-hmm. And I take it. Mm-hmm. But I just want to kind of hear what Ed was saying, because he's the man part. But it's also, I said, go ahead and tell it you. You just want to hear Ed's way. You just go ahead and tell it you. And Vanessa, I'm talking about you. I told her I was going to bust her out today. And she did. She was, hey, Vanessa. And she's like, she said, well, yeah. Because, she said, when Ed said, it just me.
Yeah.
So I see where he gets it from. I think that's all. You did a very good job.
Well, thank you. I'm proud of all my children. Yeah. And they have followed my lead, so to speak.
Well, he's always spoke very highly of that, and he definitely contributed you being that intricate part of his life, being how he speaks.
Right.
Yeah. So we this is Ed and I go. We want to get every Mitchell on here because there's really not a lot of us left.
Okay, you're Mitchell. Okay.
So actually, I'm not born in Mitchell. I was married as a Mitchell. All my children are Mitchell.
Okay.
And only Mitchells I know. It's only 5 of them. that's left.
Do you know the origin of your relatives?
Yeah, they are from Greenville, Mississippi.
Oh,
all the Mitchells that I know.
I don't know how many of my relatives in Mississippi, but I met a few when I was a young boy. And my dad's sisters down in Louisiana somewhere. And when I left there many years ago, I never tried to contact them, so I don't know where they are. I've been trying to find out how could we get in touch. You know,
what part of Louisiana?
A little town called Faraday, St. Joseph.
Okay.
St. Joseph was a little town that I was born in anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's funny. St. Joseph is a town I never mentioned. I always talk about. I say Fair. You probably ain't heard of Faraday either, but
no.
Faraday is a town I would tell everybody is from. My dad's from Faraday. My mom was from Clayton. So they're these little small towns. His town, Faraday, was more like Mayberry. It's like these gravel roads. It's like these houses, like a civilization.
Yeah.
My mom was like country. Hers
Wow.
like it was like more country and farmland. So it's a little bit different. But that's where they were from. But I didn't know St. Joseph. Now that's another.
St. Joseph, my birth city.
See, that changes things. Aha.
That's why you got
Mitchell. That's what we got to find out.
Yeah.
Well, she's going to find out. She's the investigator of life.
Yeah, I don't remember any of my father's sisters. I can't remember. I was young when I first saw him years ago. But he was somewhere down in Louisiana that he came from. And it's been so many years I can't remember he had a brother. I can't remember his name now. Yeah.
So how many years did you do in the Air Force?
4 years and 9 months. So they gave me credit for 5.
Okay.
Yeah. So I spent 41 years in the Postal Service.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
41 years in the Postal Service.
Yes.
Did you ever go postal? I have to ask.
Nah.
It was times you wanted to though.
Listen, tell me.
Okay, come on. I
had some supervisors who wanted me to go there, but I didn't. I kept my so I can keep a job.
That's right. I know, but people be the post office is something that you would think is just a mail stamp, but it don't. Everybody I know that worked in the post office, I said, I gotta ask, did you ever go postal? I wanted to, but I need to keep my job.
You have to keep the job. I didn't want to be no mail carrier because I was afraid of dogs.
Oh, okay.
Since when people got bitten walking around carrying mail, so I was a clerk for that many years.
Wow.
Supervisor for about 2 years or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to tell our fans if it's one thing that you know about Edward that nobody knows, and it's okay if it's an ugly baby picture or something, but we just want you to tell us because if my mother said he would do it to me, he would do it to me. He would.
No. I just no.
There's one thing about him, though. You know.
One thing about who, me?
About this one, your junior.
Oh, well, nobody knows?
Yeah, and all his fans watching. That's one good thing, though.
Well, I don't know, but he always had a humble spirit as a child. I know that. I never had any problem with him.
He always had a humble spirit. That's good.
Yeah. And always a go-getter. They know that. So he's being who he is.
So we on our show, we always say that it's not what we heard or what, we always talk about is what we know. So we always say that we be our authentic selves. And we think that's 100% important because we don't want to be misleading. We don't, project to be any therapist or guru, relationship guru, even though we get hit with all that. But the one thing Ed and I both have 100% in common and definitely want to be authentically ourselves.
Okay.
So, and you said that's who he really is.
That's who he is. He's not pretending. He's just the real.
So there y'all have it. So all the characters that y'all see us play, it's a character.
Right. I'm humble. Go get it.
My mother loves him. She don't know him as Edward. She knows him as Bishop. She really thinks he's a bishop. It's so funny. I promise you, Mr. Mitchell, I was sick about a month ago. And my mom, Ed didn't call my mom to tell her. And she was like, how Bishop? And he know better in the pulpit on Sundays. And I said, I'm like, Mom, he's not, oh my God, he's not a bishop. And she think he's, so I don't, my mother's dealing with the first stages of dementia. So like when you tell her something, it goes out and it comes back like 10 minutes later and you have to tell her all over again. But she she just I can't try to convince her. So this is who she is, and she has some words for him. Oh my God! I called her on the phone.
And
yes.
she put me on blast. So I had to talk to her mother, and she's like, "Why didn't you tell me?" Blah blah. And I said, "I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking. I was in a panic. You know, I had to make up some stuff because I didn't want to throw her in the butt. Because she, you know, I had only go what I was told to do. Right. But anyway, but she was like, "Oh, it's okay. I forgive you this time." So she was like, she was like, "That's okay. I forgive it. Don't let it happen no more, though.
Because that's my child.
That's my child. I need to hear from my child."
First. It was so funny.
It was
but
sweet.
She's like, she really talking to him because she thinks he's
right.
Well, I mean, who knows?
Okay, you said.
Who knows? I don't know what God's plan is for him, but see, me, I ran from being a preacher for many years.
Oh, okay.
I knew I was going to be a minister when I was a kid down south in the church. Mm. And the Lord showed it to me, this is where you belong, behind the pulpit. Mm-hmm. And I had that spirit ever since. And I ran for many years before I accepted this call. Mm. So I tell anybody, I have to make sure that the Lord is telling me to do certain things before I accept it and say, I'm going to go out here and do it. No. The Lord doesn't convince me that this is what he wants me to do. I ain't going to do it. Mm-hmm. No, it's nothing to play with because life is real. And whatever you say and do before people, you never know who you influence or who you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you got to be real with people. So that's how I am. You know, so.
And that's where your son is like, right?
And see, the thing about it, who knows? He might be coming into something the Lord has already prepared for him. We don't know.
Absolutely. I agree. I agree.
But the thing about it, let me tell you one thing. I'm going to let you guys go ahead with your show. Mm-hmm. And David said, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, mm-hmm. I will fear no evil. God with me. You have to go through something in order to become something. Am I right?
Absolutely. I say it all the time.
Yes.
That's right.
So, I mean, a seed can't grow into a plant unless it's buried in the ground.
That's right.
And after the berry come up, and then it produces fruit, right? That's what the Bible says that too.
That's right.
So whatever you go through, don't sweat it. It's the will of God. To get the best of you, you got to go through the worst to become better.
That's right. Right? That's right.
Yeah. So I don't regret what I've been through or what I'm going through because I know it's a brighter day ahead.
That's right. All right. I love that. Thank you so much for just sitting down.
I appreciate you, Pops. I appreciate you so much.
It's so wonderful, y'all.
I appreciate meeting you, young lady.
I want y'all to see this, you know, this here. I'm so glad I get to tape it live so I can look back at it. Come on over here so we can get that hug in the camera.
We missed the camera.
Yes, come on. Let me see. I want the hug right here in this camera so everybody can see. Yes.
Okay.
There we go.
There we go. The Mitchells. Thank you so much.
This is senior and I'm junior.
That's right. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Likewise. All right. You too.
They're all in that family room waiting.
Yeah, they like,
no alcohol.
He ain't came in here yet. Ed and Kim got him on the show.
Right.
Church.
That's it.
All right.
Sometimes you gotta have church. So for you all though, that's right, plan. Sometimes you gotta have church. Listen, impromptu conversations is the best conversations. Yeah. One of the things Ed and I always say that we do have in common.
That's what we do.
Is that we love listening to older people because that is true wisdom. Mm-hmm. And for whatever it was meant for him to come here at this time and forever for us to be here at this time, I truly believe it was a blessing. I know I can say for myself, my heart beats because my father is not here. And so to see your father, I'm very happy for you. So for what everybody that said, he said a lot of good points, and I hope it stuck to you all.
Yeah, that was different. It's so funny. It's so deep. It was so dope to see that, and it's I wasn't expecting to see my dad come through. My brother is here from Texas in town. He came to see his new grandchild. They came and visited me. That was cool. So my dad came over to see him. Was there pretty much here at the house. My sister walked in, so it's like a little day of family and stuff
the
like that.
Mitchells.
Kim got a chance to meet Edwin. You've been wanting to meet Edwin for so long.
Yes, I got
which
to
is
meet
cool.
the second oldest.
Right,
Mitchell.
so now you got everybody out the way.
I got all the mid six
The
out
mid
the way. I
six out
say
the
mid
way.
6 plus
Right.
5 because that's
Right.
us, you know. So Ed has not met. He has not met
Just one.
my infamous Devin, who I can't wait. Yeah. So with that
that's
said, that's our family. That's what our show is all about. Our family and our families are extremely dear to us, and pretty much everything y'all hear come out of our mouths is something we have went through, experienced, and grown through with them.
Right.
And if you can't speak with them, they can't speak for you. I don't know who else can.
Right.
I mean, because that's authentically yourself. So that's where y'all, for everybody that's been asking me this question, that's where he get his talking from. Boom! I'm so glad I got that.
It ain't just right.
That's where he get it
And we
from.
gotta have Edwin in it. So what's going to happen is we kind of went off kilter a little bit, but what's going to happen is from here on out we're going to do. I'm gonna probably switch it to this one.
Okay.
But what's going to happen is we're going to possibly from here on out, and in months to come, we're gonna have different guests. So we're just preparing you for that. I was gonna let Kim be that example. We have different guests on the show, which will be our family members. So one day Kim will be on here with one of her sons, or with Eden, or one of my sons, or with Angie, or we may even get old.
Don't go there.
No, I was gonna say maybe old bro would come on here. I don't know if he would not. He played us at the doggone cigar lounge. He supposed to be on the show.
Oh yeah.
Our brother.
So he's talking about my brother, who probably would never be on here. He's one of those guys.
And my sister.
Don't want to show his face.
Right. Don't want to show his face.
But anyway, we just saying that as we for all the Mitchells that want to come on. Not even them want to come on. This is part of us. So when our theme and everything that we're doing and where we're looking for the show to go in the future, we definitely want you all to know who all our family is and what's important to us. And that's pretty much where our content and everything else going on. So getting back on the topic there, we were kind of wrapping up, and we were talking simply about the dating apps and are you simply ready for dating? Do you know what you're looking for? That's what we was kind of wrapping up and giving those tools of, when you should call and how you should call and all that,
Yeah, and so me and Kim both agree it should be immediate to meeting. The meetup should be immediate because sometimes that body language says a lot. The vibe says a lot. The chemistry, you can kind of see that. You got to kind of see how they look, how they interact. Sometimes height is important. I know it's important for a lot of people. It is important.
It is, y'all.
It's silly.
But it's true because
it is silly because sometimes people look at like if I wear heels and if I'm, and some men have a problem with the woman being taller than them wearing heels.
Yeah, and some women have that. I don't want a short man syndrome.
I don't want a shorter man than me, especially if I put on heels and stuff like that. So you get to get a feeling of that. You get to see how y'all interact, how y'all hug, what the energy is like. Kim is funny on smells, so sometimes that's important. I won't say funny. I'm funny on smells, but that's important to her. I'm just being honest.
I have a huge. I'll go ahead and say it for myself. He put me out there. He not put me on blast. I'm gonna keep it 100. It's the same thing I do.
I'm the same way though. It's like a thing. It's a thing.
Clarence, you know me. I don't like smells. So what I'm saying is, a man hygiene is very important.
Right.
Clarence
right. Oh, he's. But it's the same thing with me. Like I'm funny on somebody with hygiene and the whole 9 too, and how they smell, and that fragrance. But and then it's like that. And then that energy.
But you should just know that.
Then it's that energy. So now here's another thing. Some people listen. We meet people. It's a walk in the room. Some people walk in the room. It's like okay. Is she shutting it down? Walking up in the Starbucks in here right there, just shutting it down. Like I'm sorry. Because she played this character called Kay Devereaux, and Kay Devereaux was like, "I'm sorry, are there any service here for me? I need service to take my bags."
Yeah, listen, I cannot wait for y'all to meet the new character that Edward will be playing, Mr. Edward P.M. And one day and someday, him and Kay Devereaux will meet.
They will meet.
It's just one of those things where we try to channel different people in our life. For all the men that have reached out to me and friends of mine that I know that says that they are established and stuff in their life, and they still can't find a great, a person of their woman. They're part of the reason why we're doing this dating.
Right.
For all of them. We're doing this dating thing, talking about it, because of that. But I agree. I think that for the most part with everybody, I think it's just one of those things, guys, we just need to make it our business to kind of know what we want and what we want to do to make it all happen.
Exactly.
That's all we got to do.
What's the next part going on? So we're about. We're just at an hour.
Yeah, we just have an hour. So we, Ed got a lot of family here, so we won't be on here as long as we would normally be. But we just want to kind of cut it short on talk about. We want to talk about.
We might go to another location too, so we might do another part 2 later on tonight. We get y'all a little notification.
I know I got some people that say, "Will we be on at 10:30?" But anyway, it doesn't matter. Yes, but with that said, right now I want my boy to be able to spend some time with his family. Plus, I love family, so you know what I'm saying. I want to go meet some of that, get some of that love. But with that said, I feel like that. What did he say? Oh, get that. So anyway, I feel like also that we wanted to just touch on the late Kevin Samuels.
Right.
It's been a lot of things, and I don't like to talk too much about celebrities simply for the fact we don't know them.
Right.
It's just unfair. It's just like speaking about somebody that you don't know and talking, you just don't know.
Right.
But we wanted to kind of chime in on the fact of this man died, and he's been bashed about a lot of women that feel that he was just a jerk, and men. And they just said, but my question that I just want to ask everybody, and I hear both sides, because he did say some terrible things to women, predominantly a Black woman such as myself. I just want to ask all the subscribers that were women, why did you subscribe to this guy? Why did you take time out to contact him to be on his show? Because his platform was given to him. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't just get on here and talk all day. The feedback is important. That's why we say, please like, subscribe, and share.
Right.
But for him to have 1.4 million followers, subscribers, that means that, yes, he had a platform. YouTube was paying him big time. But that was because of all the people that took the lashing. It's just like, there's fire there and you're still going to walk in it. I just have a question. I just want to know, how did you subscribe to this man? I just don't get it. Like how, I hear y'all saying he said bad things, a woman over 35, leftovers, like good riddance, glad he gone and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, he couldn't be. He became a Kevin Samuels somebody from a nobody because you all made him that way.
Yeah, facts. All facts.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if it's, I like to know, when people have it, you just dislike someone, say something, I want to know where that comes from. So now we get into where he said all these different things about women and he put them down. Okay, so I've been asked so many times since his death, Kim, what you think? What you think about it? So it's lighter. I just wanted to say about that. What I feel is that I feel sometimes in the way we discuss and talk about things, it's really, really, really in your delivery. It truly is in your delivery on how you talk about things and what you say. That is a big thing on how things are stated and said. And I think that's the problem. I really do. I think that's the problem. A lot of times we say things out our mouths that we shouldn't say. It's not that you shouldn't say, it's how you say it. It's all about in your delivery. So in way you saying things, where you going back and forth, I really believe how you say things, that's how it lands. So whichever way that lands is the way that it is. So I feel like his delivery might have been messed up in some things he said, but some of the things he said was kind of on point. Now, I don't agree with you talking about, well, if you got this size and you that size, you should be with that kind of guy. I don't agree with that. I just feel like what women was looking for, what they were wanting is validation. And that truly starts within yourself when you love yourself. But you just can't get past the experience that you had. So you start looking for validation in other things. And people do that in all types of like, well, this job let me go, but I'm going to go get this job. And now you feel validated. No, there was a lesson why that job had to go. There was a lesson why that person had to go. There were lessons in those messages and those things that was happening. And I just truly believe that it's just one of those things, guys. We just got to make it our business simply to be able to hear when you want to reach someone and where you say it to someone matters. Right. The way that lands is how they can pick it up. I always say to Ed sometimes, or when I'm talking to anybody, I would say, I hope y'all picking up what I'm putting down. And what I'm putting down right now is basically is that his delivery was messed up, but not all of his content was off point.
Right. I think, and I'm gonna chime in for. So my
Mhm.
perspective on that is that I think he's a person, like you said, for delivery. I don't think that me and Kimmy have. I think what balances us out is that she says straight to the point, and I might try to go around a little bit to get to the point. And I think he had a delivery, like she said, his delivery was saying stuff that I think. So there's distinctions. There's distinction of what I think is I guess idealistic, and then things that are realistic. And so for when you asking questions, talking about what these men want, and you subjecting yourself as a woman, saying, "Hey, how do you rate me? Do I look good? Am I a 10 or a 3?" And you put yourself that, whatever that people try
just
to do.
right in the line of fire. You just giving him all ammunition.
That's what they wanted, and that's what he gave them. That was his opinion.
Facts.
But what he was also stating that guys, whether right or wrong, idealistically, men should not be thinking and feeling and looking in a superficial way that will make women look like they're cattle being checked for boob size and butt size and ass to waist ratios or education levels or children, man, or how old you are. That shouldn't be a thing.
Some low frequency.
That's low frequency stuff. But there are men that think like that, and I think
that is true.
They think like that. And so what happened is they asked him a question, and he told them what the truth of what men thought. Those particular men, low frequency, whatever. I think it's all
from his experiences. That's correct.
Because he's an image consultant.
Right.
So from what he knew, that's how they thought. And that I know guys that they subscribe to those theories. They feel that way. They think that way. They speak those ways. So when you ask a question about what men think and you put yourself in the line of fire, you're getting that. So I think he was telling the truth based off of what those men actually were. Now that's realistic. Idealistically, I don't agree that men should think like that. I don't think people should be like that. There goes that same thing. I talk about this all the time. Me and Kim say this all the time. We talking about, who do men lie to most? The one they love, the one men lie to the one they love
the most.
I can't, however I was saying it. And so realistically, that's the truth. But idealistically, that's not a good thing. You want to be able to tell the truth of the one.
Well, I always was on the fence with them. But I see where Ed always say that. And people from responses feel like that, I'd rather, but I feel like if you just love a person, period.
Right.
And you don't want to hurt their feelings and you don't want the repercussions from the truth that you got to tell them, you just lie.
Right.
And if that person really matters to you, this is like with your children. You don't want to tell them the truth, hurt them. I don't want to, change that dynamic.
Yeah.
So
like
you just tell
Santa
them a lie.
Claus ain't real.
Right. So he said, I don't want, my son up here talking about, we ain't even got no damn chimney. But he's sitting up here thinking that, some fat man in the suit gonna fall down the chimney. But at the end of the day, like, I don't want to take that from him. I'm gonna let him have that right now. His imagination is on point. And then you just snatch away from him with the truth. So I feel like that's why people make a decision. It's important to what that person is thinking about you. And it's important of how they're going to react based on what you say. So that's why we tell that lie. Yeah. So either way it goes, love or unlove. But at the end of the day, I feel like that's why people make that decision to do that.
Instagram, I think you guys stand on Instagram is going past an hour. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, we really shocked. Normally Instagram cuts off
in an hour. I don't know.
And we don't know who's watching. We never do, even on here, guys. We don't know. So if you want to talk to us, you got to say hello. You got to say something. But I promise you, we have no idea. We cannot see what is being on here.
We will get better at being able to see because we're going to probably have somebody behind the scenes that can do it for us. Because we try to do, me and Kim both tried to do it. Kim, for a couple of episodes, had a laptop, so she was kind of in on it. So in the next few weeks, you're going to see Kimmy doing more of the production work. She's been doing a lot of help behind the scenes and doing all the stuff. So you're gonna see her doing like the little stuff that I'm doing too. And she's actually pretty good at it. So you're gonna see her doing a little bit more of it where we probably might be able to see who we're talking to, maybe, or who's watching, But yeah, so going to Kevin saying,
just put me out there like I will be doing the production. That was just his way of telling me. Okay, he gonna be sitting right here.
No, we both gonna do it. It's gonna be a simultaneous.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a partnership. But listen, we want you guys to make sure that we want you guys to make sure that we appreciate all the love and support we've gotten.
Yeah.
We might be. I guess we're gonna shut it down for a while. We're gonna probably re-up tonight. We can give you a notification if you guys are up for our late nighters. We're gonna be at a nice little spot we got set up. We want to do something really nice. Next weekend, we're going to be at Rutgers Cigar Lounge.
Yes, now May 21st, that's right?
May 21st.
We will be at Rutgers Cigar Lounge. So confirmation is given.
Right, confirmation is given. We had made it before for people that were supposed to show up and kick it with us. There was a birthday party. We double booked. And that was our fault because we always have carte blanche there. And we could have still probably had the show that we just decided not to do it there because of the sales. And we don't want to be over there. But we just decided to just like bow out and just say, let them have it. And then what happens is sometimes we've noticed we have a big crowd. Like today, people come and crash and say
right, and it's in the background and you can't hear it. But you know, we want to make sure what we're saying, as I always say, what we putting down, we want y'all.
You know, I think I'm gonna tell some. Let me introduce some of the people that are here. We're gonna say hi.
So this is Ed. This is Ed. See, some people don't like to be on the show. So when they look like that, just know it was Ed.
Just know it's me.
But we gonna roll call, okay? Cause you know that's what we do, and we like people. A lot of people, y'all ask us this all the time, anytime. Anyway, who in our family? And for me, our beautiful children haven't been on here yet. We were able to have Ed's daughter-in-law, but pretty soon we'll be able to introduce all the nephews. But Ed actually have all his siblings here today.
Right.
And
well, Robert ain't here, but yes.
Oh yeah, at least one. But at least we can at least say hello. So how about we try to say hello to his sister, his own sister, which is Monica.
Oh yes. Let me say hi to Monica. Tell her come.
See if Monica could come in here and say hello.
Monica. This is real ghetto. I'm sorry. I call her
So he's
Monica.
going to be ghetto and call her Monica and not Monica. But he's we're going to go out. So y'all bear with us.
Yes, y'all. We about to. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so I know she don't want to be on the camera, but okay, she is. Okay, she is. So I want y'all to introduce y'all. I know y'all don't know about this, but yes, this is, I'm not even going to say, but this is my Auntie Angel. Mwah. So for all y'all ask me who was she that took care of me, this is my angel, y'all, that took care of me. So we got to give props to her because she put, ups with us all the time.
Right. So this is Angela.
But we have another Mitchell coming too. So we always just bring them all on in.
So anybody want to know who my wife is? This is Angela, the wife we're always talking about. That's Angela. She calls her wife as well.
I call her my wife and Auntie, my angel. Everybody now they call her Auntie Angel.
Do they call her Auntie Angel?
Yes. So I had to get my own name.
So I'm about to bring in now my twin. She will be on the show too eventually. My twin. This is Monica, my sister. So all the people, Monica, Mitchell.
Hey, good to see you. I see you. I saw you. I was sick.
She's not literally my twin sister, but she is my twin sister. We have the same, same face, same energy, same vibe. Same smart mouth, and say that talk that shit about people not speaking properly. When we talking about that,
we just talked about your dad, which is awesome.
Oh, he's like, yes,
he did.
Okay. And then here comes my niece, this is her youngest daughter, JD McShady.
You look beautiful.
Sipping,
you look beautiful.
This is JD. This is my tiger. So if I mentioned I mentioned her the other day.
Say tiger, they get to finally see.
Yes, that's my tiger. And then that's my tiger's baby. Okay. Mama, that's Jay and Maya. Yeah, say hello. Right.
Instagram.
Yes, all on you.
Like, share, subscribe.
That's what I'm talking about.
See, that you can only get that from us.
That's what I'm talking about. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you.
You got to meet Cedric in here.
There he is. There he is.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, please do. Come on.
Come on.
So I want to introduce him myself. So this is anyway. Let me scoot on down.
She want to be between.
So here go. This is the Cedric Mitchell.
Right.
What you say about him live, so we can go ahead and bust you out.
No, this is my main man. This is my right hand.
Where he at?
Oh, he's from Dallas. This is the one that's from Dallas.
No, I'm not from Dallas.
Well, he's the one that lives in Dallas now. But he's from the shop.
Yeah.
And this is my brother Cedric. He's a little younger than me, but this is my brother. This is my ace coon boom, my right hand man. He left me out here stranded. But it's okay.
He's saying
I love him daily. This is my brother right here. And come on, Miss Beautiful tonight. This is my sister. Oh my God, always fabulous, Miss AKA Gender Slaying. Yes, baby, in the house. My sister-in-law Tanae, my sister. Yeah. I've been knowing Tanae their whole life. Damn, Tanae since you like 12. Yeah. Yes.
Awesome.
So this is my brother and his wife, Cedric and Tanae, my brother and sister. Thank you guys for loving on them. Say hello to them. Here we leave. You guys are going to see it. This is the couple that had the grandbaby on the same day my grandbaby was born. So they're twin cousins. So that's their first grandchild, and our third grandson. They had a granddaughter named Legacy Marie. that is them. So y'all want to know who Cedric is, who Tanae is, that's who they are. So say hello. Thank y'all so much for jumping in. I appreciate you. Love you guys. Love you. Thank you, man. So this is how we get down. So hey, this is what it
All
is.
the
That's how
Mitchells.
all the Mitchells, man. We're missing Ace Rob, a brother that does the live music. We was the live music earlier
one who
today.
can sing.
R&B. Yeah, the singer.
Yeah, we
The
need
singer.
the sang on. We're
Right.
gonna have to take y'all to the tavern on the Vern, right?
Tavern on the Grange.
The
On
Grange.
That's a black, and it's a black-owned restaurant too. And what do you think
we
about
should
that?
try to do a show. We was gonna do a show
We're
there,
gonna
but
do a
we're
show
gonna
there.
make sure that
What's your-
RJ
what's your-
performs.
Oh yeah, what's your
Okay.
take on that?
Because I'm gonna get on the mic too.
What's your
Okay.
take on the location?
Where?
And what, I mean, what's your take on the location where you went? What do you think about the Tavern on the Grange?
I think it'll be I think
What
we
do you think
need.
about your opinion of tell people what do you think? You like them?
So I say it wrong. So make sure I'm saying Tavern on Lagrange.
Yeah.
So the Tavern on Lagrange is a good BP spot. I mean, it's for all races. However, I think it's a great spot, guys, that you could come there. You can get your good grub on, as well as some good, music playing. RJ is, singing, and him and his people. And then it's just the vibe. There's just a great, nice, clean atmosphere and a great vibe. And I feel like that if you grown, you know what I'm saying? And if you need somewhere that you just want to be chilling, you don't really want a lot of riffraff, then pull up on them.
That's a good point. Yeah, very good point.
Because that's what it is. It's grown.
You've grown.
Okay.
And they like I say, no riffraff or that vibe, and it's very I think their plating and their menu is pretty nice.
Yeah.
You only been to that
I only been there once, but I enjoyed it when I went.
And I will say you go back and grab. I got a couple of suggestions I want you to try based off of what you like. So I got a couple.
He will be paying for that. I just want this because it's sister broke. Okay, I'm just saying.
That that's not in Jesus' name. She's not broke.
Okay, no, I'm not. But I just feel like throw it in there since he said it.
Listen,
we just gotta do what we do.
We enjoy what we do, and we're gonna have a show there. So tonight we're planning on going. Hopefully, we get to our location tonight. Look out for us. Give you our location for our part 2 tonight.
So we're gonna be on late, you guys. We want to but right now I think we need to get with that family love. You got family, y'all know what that is. So we're gonna do that. We appreciate for everybody that come on, pull up, take your time out, and watch out for us. Y'all already done send me a couple of DMs asking if we're gonna be on late for. So for Instagram as well as Facebook, YouTube, we will be on. We will send out a notification for when we're on, and just chime back in, and we'll continue to talk. That's what we do. But we appreciate all the love. Appreciate you guys so much. It's been real and it's been fun. And on our show is always real motherfucking fun. But before we go, we want to say thank you to all our Mitchell family that came on and just took time out and wasn't afraid to get on the show because we ain't no punks. Ask somebody about us. But ask somebody. I ain't never alone. Just let y'all know that. I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. Okay. Peace, y'all.